Welcome. Oh, that was loud. That hurt your ears. Hurt mine. Welcome, people. I'm fired up today. Mike's getting all my lights done next door. I'm getting my life together. I'm playing with my M3s. All is good. You guys are buying lots of stuff, which is making me not panic that I'm going to lose my shirt on my M3, so that's good. Keep doing that. And today we're going to do something fun. We're going to pick the winner of the custom install pressure washer. I'll explain the rules here in a minute. We have a random number generating application that's bolted onto Shopify called Viral Sweep, which Bryce sort of helped develop with the app developer, and we're going to pick someone. But so that's the plan here today, and then I'm going somewhere. Where can I go? Just continental U.S. Isn't that what we set it up as? I think.
I'll have to reread the rules.
You can go to Hawaii.
Yeah. Shoot, Hawaii's not going to let me in there, are they? I'm gonna have to get some shots, man. I don't want to. Oh boy.
You're like Mr. T. We'll just knock you out first.
That's a good idea. Just do it when I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the deal. Here's the rules. We wrote the rules differently because the last few times I've done, the last time I did a giveaway, we couldn't do the garage. The guy doesn't have his house yet. And so we didn't get all the payoff. The payoff of this is not so much the revenue we generate from the giveaway or the revenue we generate to pay for the car or whatever. The payoff is the final thing, to tell the story, to complete the story. So we've been very lucky with my cars, and that the three of them we gave away, but all three of them came here. We were able to kind of, tell the story and get the reaction and walk them around the car. And then, of course, Emmanuel's Garage, is our sort of flagship video project. And I'm sure we're going to do Tyler's Garage at some day when he gets a garage. But I want to make sure that I get the payoff here. So we wrote the rules in that I'm going to call people. There's only 200 people watching, so probably not smart of them that want to win. And I'm going to call. First, we're going to check their customers. If they already have a custom install, then they're out.
Okay.
So we won't announce their name to keep them from freaking out, from getting mad at me. Because they're the best customers. They already bought a $3,000 pressure washer, and I'm going to screw them by giving them nothing. Maybe we'll send them a T-shirt or something like that. So we're going to do the random drawing. I'm going to hold off from saying the person's name. Then we're going to look at their customer history. If they didn't have one, and I promise we're not going to look at the address and cancel it. I'm going wherever I got to go. And then I'm going to call, and they got to pick up.
They have to answer first.
Yep. If they don't answer, we're going to click the button again. Random number 2. Same thing. Before I announce the name, we're going to check their customer history. If they don't have a custom install, then I'm going to call them, and we're going to do it as many times as it takes to get somebody on the phone. If you don't answer the phone, you're out of luck. So maybe actually to keep people from getting too angry, we just won't even say their name until I talk to them on the phone.
Ask them a few questions first.
Yeah.
Hey, do you have a garage?
Yeah. We'll say their first name just to get people's hearts palpitating. And I wrote the rules this way legally, so don't give me any frickin' nonsense about you crying why you're doing this wrong. No, we wrote it this way because those of you who didn't win, what you want is you want me to go there and video it, right? Isn't that the whole purpose, the whole point? That's why it's good. That's why it's not just some other stupid giveaway. Mike and I are going to book a flight. First of all, can we get a Krenzla?
We have one set aside. Yeah.
Okay, good. So we have a Krenzla set aside, and we have the other stuff. That's the other question.
We set everything aside already.
Okay, so we've got it ready to go, so we could theoretically get on a plane Monday and go do it.
Well, you got to be at the Builder Show next week. But
Yeah. Well, you know what I mean. We'll figure it out. Okay, so let's do it. Everybody's here. 300 people watching.
Yeah, how many people? We got 302.
So you're going to generate the lit number, and then we're going to go look at their customer history. Okay, go. So we're drawing one winner.
Drawing a winner.
Random.
Spinny thingy. All right, there's the email address.
Okay. Let's pull up his customer record.
All right, let's see.
This is fun. This is way better than before. And I used to get real nervous when the first ones, like heart palpitating. I don't give a freaking flip. Oh boy. Okay, you should probably go under customers.
Yeah, this finds it too. This is good. All right, there he is.
Okay.
Right, so you-
Okay.
So neither one of those is a custom install.
His
for sure.
name's Jesse, but let's just take a look.
Okay. So he's got 2 orders.
Okay.
Got a
So he's got the OG spec wand.
Mm-hmm.
So that means he's probably janked it together with a with the Sunjoe.
Quick disconnect upgrade.
Oh, this is in Texas.
Ooh,
So
you're
Jesse
welcome
in
there.
Texas. Yes, this is good. I like Texas.
All right.
They'll let me in there for sure.
So he also bought a shirt, a
Okay.
hat,
Okay.
pressure washer shelf, a hand crank hose reel.
Okay.
Yeah, he's trying to piece together something there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So
All
let me
right.
call him.
All right. So there's his phone number.
Okay.
Jesse.
260.
No, don't say them all.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna read his phone number out.
Need that.
Let me make sure I call the right one. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. Let's put him on speaker.
If any of you guys know Jesse in Texas, don't call him.
Hello,
Is this Jesse?
this is.
This is Matt Mormon, Obsessed Garage.
He picked up.
Hey, how are you?
Do you have a garage?
Yeah.
So do you own your house and you have a garage?
My house will be finished in about 3 more months.
Oh, you're killing me, Jesse. God dang it. All right. Yeah, that's no good. You didn't win then.
I'm sorry to hear that, but I was like surprised. I was like, man, I've heard this voice on YouTube a million times.
Yeah, we're doing a custom install giveaway, and I need a house right now. So
Oh, that's crazy.
we'll hit you up, and I'll get you a
well.
sweet deal on one in the future for sure. But
No, awesome. No, I'm down here in Texas, and
dang
our
it.
house was supposed to be down here or done in November, and it got pushed back to June.
Yeah,
So-
that's not going to work. Okay, well, we'll Chris will get up with you. I got to go on to the next person. The rules I wrote this time is if you don't have a garage, you don't have it ready to go, you can't win. You're screwed.
Understand?
So anyway,
I can
but
respect that.
but if you want one, we'll make sure you get it dirt cheap.
Awesome. I surely appreciate it.
All right, Jesse, see you, man. Later.
All right, thank you. Bye.
That's close.
Right,
That was
yeah.
close. That was really close. All right.
High.
Next
All right.
next random number generator.
I'll be in touch with you, Jesse.
Click it again. Loading.
All right.
Okay.
That person.
Okay. Oh, he's got an old school email address. That means he's an older gentleman.
Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, there's 2 big orders.
Okay. All right. Let's see what he's got here. Oh, he's got.
Ooh.
Oh, he's got a zillion orders.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
Look at that. Oh, he's...
Oh boy.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to look at Baber give Brad his info here and maybe do some quick research. We want him to win because he's really supported us.
That's the name right there. He's got a bunch of orders.
So we just need to verify to see if he has a custom install. Where is he? Where am I going?
Let's see. This person is in Idaho.
Ooh. Ooh.
We have a lot of good customers in Idaho. That's
Yeah.
I don't know why, but
They're probably all ex-Californians moving to Idaho.
oh, so he's got that. Let's see what else he's got here.
Yeah. He's got 27 orders.
Dang. Let's keep going here. Yeah, he likes everything.
Oh, he's got a.
I see that.
Yep. I think we're gonna be good.
All right.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Okay. All right.
Somehow he spent that much money but doesn't have it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's call him. So we're calling Curtis in
All right,
Idaho.
Curtis in Idaho. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
Come on, Curtis.
I wanted to just go to like Clearwater and do this.
Let's see what this is.
Uh-oh.
Come on, Curtis.
Is this Curtis?
Curtis, this is Matt Mormon, Obsessed Garage. Do you have a garage?
I got a garage and an aircraft hangar.
Oh, yes. So we just drew your name, and you won the custom install pressure washing package,
Perfect.
which means that Mike and I are going to get on a plane and come out there and install it, if you'll have us.
I'd love to.
And we have one set aside. So what I got to do is I've got to we just got to figure out the logistics of when. But are you going to be in town the next month or so?
Yeah. probably a couple months. It's still snowing around here a little bit.
Yeah. Well, we're coming like in the next week or two. So
Oh Jesus. Okay.
we're gonna freeze our balls off and come out there and install a custom install.
All right.
So we're live on the podcast right now. So I'll call you afterwards,
Okay.
and we'll figure out the logistics of when we're gonna do it. But I don't think I'm bringing the camera guys. It's gonna be me and Mike, and we'll get a hotel somewhere, and we'll come out and we'll install it wherever you want us to put it. And we'll,
Nice.
as long as it takes us to do it, we'll figure out how to get water there and get it all set up.
All right.
Sweet. All right, man. Well, I'll catch up with you in an hour or so.
Sounds great.
All right,
Thanks.
thanks, man. See ya.
Bye.
All right, nice.
Boom.
Curtis in Idaho.
Yeah.
Curtis Byers in the chat got all excited for a second. Sorry, Curtis.
He's in Idaho.
He's in Idaho, yeah.
There's a lot of Curtises in Idaho.
Well, another guy in the chat. I don't know, but this guy.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Sweet. All right. So we're going out to Idaho to do this, and we'll shoot a video, and I'll vlog it and all that stuff. It'll be fun.
You ever been to Idaho?
Yeah, to Boise to Rag Company.
Oh, yeah, Rag Company. Okay.
Yeah, only once though. Where is that in Idaho?
He said he's got an airplane hangar in addition to a.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's see. This is shipping address.
I want to see where I'm going. Is this like remote? Is there a Ritz-Carlton nearby?
I don't think they have one in this town, but.
Just outside Spokane, Washington. So right.
Oh, wow.
on the border.
Yeah, that's right way up there near Washington.
Okay. So just do a nearby Ritz-Carlton. Four
Hold on.
Seasons.
They have a Best Western right across the street.
That's what I'm saying. You'll be good.
What is
And a Walmart and a Lowe's travel stop right there.
Okay.
You're set.
Oh,
And
yeah,
a bowling alley.
Yeah, we need Lowe's.
Yeah.
Lowe's, Home Depot. We'll need that.
Yeah, so it looks like I don't know where you would fly into there.
Yeah, well,
Is it
probably
Seattle?
Spokane, right?
Spokane's
Isn't
good.
that does it have a major airport?
No.
I've never been there. This is cool. Where's
No.
Boise at?
Boise's way down here.
Oh yeah, over there on the left. Yeah, so this is like 1,000 miles north of that, right? 800 miles.
It's a long way from. Well,
Maybe not that
no,
far.
it's not
Yeah,
bad. But it's right near the Washington border.
yeah.
There you
This is pretty sweet.
Red Lion Hotel. That sounds like you.
No. Where's my 5 stars? And look at all the
All
1
the,
stars. 1 stars.
Red Lion has got your name all over it.
Look at Spokane and see if they've got a darn Ritz-Carlton there. So do luxury hotel Spokane, Washington.
Best Western.
Boutique. Shoot.
Historic Davenport.
That looks
Autograph
good. Look at that. There's
Collection.
like 9 stars on that one. All right. There's some potential here.
There you go. Ooh, there's a casino close
No.
by. It's right there.
That's not my style. Best Spokane luxury hotels. Here we go. 2022.
With prices.
This never works out though.
The Davenport. That's the one that was.
It's $150 a night. That's not a good sign.
Oh, here you go. 244. That's the fancier looking one.
Okay. We'll
This is
talk to
good.
Curtis and ask him where does the snob where do the snobs
You gotta
stay?
stay like 3 states away.
Oh my gosh. Best Western, Hilton Garden. Oh boy. Ruby River.
Oh yeah, this is good.
Yeah. Anything. Yeah. There's.
That has potential. That looks sort of boutique. Hampton Inn. That's got your name all over.
Because I can never do a Airbnb again. Dead to me. Dead to me forever. We'll never do that. So,
Sean
anyway.
says lots of Davenport here.
Okay.
Sean says old people stay at the Davenport. That's right. We're old.
Oh boy. All
That's
right.
funny.
Well, can we have a get together? Is there a bunch of people in Spokane, Washington, and in whatever town that is right across the border in Idaho that we're going to? I don't want to call them out yet. Well, I might as well. We're gonna freaking go there and show everybody's house. So, yeah, this is cool. This is fun. We need to do this more often. We are gonna do this more often, where we do not so monumental giveaways where it's not like if it doesn't work I'm going bankrupt kind of giveaways like we've done in the past. So like I'd like to do a Milwaukee Master collection and do like a Master audio system at somebody's house would be kind of cool to do. And I like this idea of jump on a plane and go out and visit, maybe do a little dinner get together with people, and it'd be kind of fun.
There you go. So Idaho and Washington people, Spokane area. Maybe we can get together while you're out there.
Yeah, this is fun. It's funny. Both people answered, and they're both close. You know, poor Jesse. We got to get him. Oh, we'll get him hooked up for sure. But his house is gonna be done in 3 months. That would have been perfect. It was done soon.
Let's see, Damon, Brad, Matt. I'll say they're in that area. There you go.
Sweet.
All right, so yeah. Let's see. All right, so let's get to a couple questions here. Congratulations to Curtis. If you're friends with Curtis, who's a very good customer, I'm glad he won. And what was it, Jesse? We'll get back with Jesse and make sure he gets taken care of.
Yeah.
All right, Chris Cooper on Facebook has a good question because it's sitting right here. Any updates on the G-Technic bike ceramic coating being available in the store? Also, what would be the benefit of the specific bike coating over the CSL XO combo?
So, the first question people ask, what does a bike coating have to do with the darn M3 giveaway? Well, I need to sell stuff, and it's something new, and so there you go. It's a new thing that we can sell that I want for myself, and if I want it for myself, then you know, others would probably want it too. So here's my methodology on this, which is completely contradict everything I've told everybody since day one, which is that I'm going to search the end of the earth and curate products and find the best stuff. Well, I like cycling, but I'm not passionate about cycling. I'm more passionate about shopping for a new bike than I am anything and riding it. But I'm not passionate about that like I am about lights for whatever reason. I follow my heart, Chris. That's what I do. Follow what I love. And so for cycling, I would want somebody to vet it for me. And there hasn't been a legitimate detailing product line. There's like Muck Off or Muck Out or something like that, and there's a zillion other products that, you know, I've used over the years. Park Tool has their own stuff, and everybody has their own random stuff. But I would argue that those companies probably don't know paint like any sort of automotive detailing company knows paint. And so G-Technic, so Stuart and Rob, so Stuart's sort of the main representative for the product in the UK, and I talked him into letting me be a representative for the product as a, look, I'm not going to curate this, I'm not going to pick and choose, I'm just going to buy your entire kit, and I'm trusting you guys to curate it for me. So I'm trusting that the bike clean and the all-purpose cleaner that they're doing. There's probably, I would guess, there's a lot of repurposing here. I would guess some of the soap and some of the stuff is similar. We'll get them here and we'll sit down with them and get the details in the future of, you know, what's the difference between bike ceramic and regular like CSL. It certainly looks different. The liquid looks thicker. It looks different. The bike wash is probably just the same soap, maybe with a slight tweak as their their regular soap is. Their bike coat, maybe their quick coat, maybe something similar to C2V3, but I don't freaking care. I'm looking for them to curate from their knowledge to put together a bike package. And so the picture that's on the site is awesome. It's like the other thing that gets me going is when I open up a kit and I open up something and it's fun for me to open, then I know it would be fun for others to open. And so that's why I called them and said, look, I want this. I want this exact package. I thought it was going to be like $750. And I still wanted it. Well, it's $250. And you're getting like a little bit of everything. And then what I'm planning to do is we'll carry the gallons and stuff like that for people. But I want to take this and I want to use their product line for my bicycle, which I want to clean, and I have a specific package of things for that. And because I don't wash my bike like I wash my cars, I do it once every couple of months, something like that, because I don't ride it very often. So that's the methodology here. I think it's going to be pretty cool. I don't have a lot of details on it. I mean, it's not even out yet. Like, I talked him into, like, I need this now for the giveaway. And so they made it happen, and so we're sort of launching it here. I'm going to wash my bike with it maybe this weekend or next, and then I'm going to we're gonna actually coat a bike. So we'll have some of the guys bring some bikes here, and we'll have coating, and then of course we'll have Stuart come when he's back over here, and Eric, and we'll have them from G-Technic come and school us on it, and we'll understand the why behind how they put it together. And then, maybe in the future we start finding, okay, this company makes this product that's better for this and that, and we repurpose and create a curated line. But for now, I don't have time, I don't have the passion for it, but I want something great to clean my bike, and I've been just repurposing my detailing stuff for my car, which isn't the perfect scenario, and so it's not crazy expensive, which is nice, and it's very DIY friendly, which is great. So I would argue all detailing is DIY friendly, but they like to pretend. So anyway,
So there you
that's
go.
the plan.
It is in the store. Who asked that? Chris. Yeah. So Chris is available for pre-order. We're expecting them in mid-March. $250 is more than just this, by the way. You can see what's
Yeah,
on
it's
the
a big
picture.
old package of awesome stuff. Yeah, it's this
there.
whole box. It's freaking cool. So go check it out on the site. And we should have 100 of them coming in about 4.5, 5 weeks, something like that. So we'll have enough of them for people to buy.
All right, let's see. AJ Shanks wants to know, hey, Chris and Matt, I'd like to know what plans are set for the garage and the new house. Is it going to be basically a revamp of what you've done already in the current house?
No. So just for those of you who are wondering, there's only one person watching, or is that did we get kicked off? What's going on here?
Let's see. 366 people
Okay.
watching. I don't know why.
There we go. Okay. What was I talking about? The new house.
New house garage.
So
plans.
to bring you up to speed, I bought an interim house to replace the interim house, and then we're still proceeding forward with the purchasing or the building of a house, and I'm still proceeding forward at hopefully in the next year or so buying a property in the Highlands. And that would probably be the next 2 years or so, somewhere near the Highlands, like whether it's Cashiers or something like that. So somewhere in the mountains to start the Destination of G project. And we'll kind of see how much cash I got and where we're at from a bandwidth perspective. Can we take on another property with videoing and all that stuff? So the house that I bought is so the house I'm selling is 2,500 square feet. It has that nice it's 3-car garage that I've really made cool, and of course the thing that people have to remember is that when I do something like that, I may not get all my money back when I sell the thing, but it's what creates knowledge, which is the most important thing to me. It sells products by me giving people ideas to do things like audio in the garage or various lights and flooring and stuff like that. So that there's an advantage to that. There's future products that I'm going to be launching through Destination OG and through Obsessed Garage as well. So when I do these what looks to be frivolous stupid moves of stupidity, it seems as though maybe I don't know what I'm doing or I've gone nutty. Well, we just, the house is nice. Now that the homeowners association is off our back, and after they kind of realized that they had screwed up and I'm done with stuff, they it's been not a big deal. And so the house it was like a regular $400,000 house, and now it's a legit like $800,000-$900,000 house. And who knows what it'll sell for, but I don't know what it would appraise for just because of square footage. But I've been searching every day. We've gone and looked at 2 or 3 different homes in the last year since the lake house fell through, and we quickly bought that house in 10 days in Harbor Hills. We've been looking every single day. Where are we going to go? What are we going to do? There was a short period of time before the homeowners started to come after me that I was like, maybe we stay here. This place is nice. Well, that didn't last very long. I mean, you guys heard me talking about that. I told you I was going to contradict myself. And so we found a house. So Woodgate is let's say it's a mile and a quarter. What is it? East of 441. Then Harbor Hills is like 4 miles east of 441, the main highway. So basically due east of OGHQ. And so there's a community between the two that's at like 1.5 miles. So if Woodgate is 1 mile, this is 1.5 miles, maybe even less than that. It's called Windsor Green, where the house went up for sale. And it's not a good house. It's just not. The Harbor Hills house is built like a mansion, Taj Mahal. Or the Harbor Hills house is built like beautifully in comparison to the house that I bought from a build quality perspective. Like if you went up in the attic and looked at how it's constructed, you looked at the stucco, you looked at things like that. So the Harbor Hills is much nicer. But this house is 4,800 square feet. It's on 1.7 acres. I thought it was on 2.5. It's on 1.7 acres, so just like the appropriate and a nice sized lot. And it just fits us better. And then the neighborhood, even though it's kind of a crappy neighborhood, it's not as nice as Woodgate. It's the kids can ride on down the street. There's a couple of kids that live in there. One of them, Ryan's buddies. So we can do a trampoline. It has a pool. So it's just more appropriate versus us cringing every time, Ryan and Kate are out screaming at each other playing basketball that all the neighbors want to murder us. This won't matter because the houses are far enough apart and nobody cares. But I'm still going to do some stupid things to this house, making it better, I'm sure. But I'm probably not going to go to the extent that I went with the Harbor Hills house because I probably won't have time to do it because we're in the process of working on the new house in Woodgate. So we do own the lot in Woodgate. I did buy that. We move in on Thursday. I'll do a moving vlog. So we're gonna move in. I should have taken that call. I'll tell you that story about what I'm planning here as well. We're gonna move.
Here, right?
Yeah, we're moving in on. What? No, we're moving next week.
Oh, okay.
The 10th. 10th they're packing. The 11th we're moving. We were closing on the 16th, but now we're closing on the 10th.
Oh.
And we moved it up a week. So, but I have movers. Should be pretty stress-free. I'm not going to move the garage yet because we'll see if somebody buys the house. I may just sell everything in it. I don't have anywhere to put it in the garage, so we'll get the garage painted and start to do the flooring and stuff like that. And then it's just a question whether I take the tools, like the cabinets and all that stuff, stay, and it's a question whether I take the TV and the air compressor and the hose reels and the and the tools and stuff out of the cabinets, or if I sell that to the next buyer. We've had a few showings, few calls. This isn't the best time of year to sell a house. But we'll see. I don't know. No one's offered anything, or no one's really had that much interest in it yet. But it'll sell. And the beauty is I don't need to sell it, but I want to sell it. I don't want to rent it out. And so that's the story and what we're doing. So the question was the garage. So this garage is a little better. It's 24 and 9 inches feet. 24 feet 9 inches deep. Where my last house was 21.6. So that extra 3 feet allows me to do MSS Plus. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy the MSS Plus that theoretically will go with me, when I sell this house, unless the next person wants to buy one, I'll just get some new ones. But we're going to do MSS Plus. I'm going to do a custom install pressure washer solution. We'll do that on the wall as well. I'll do Swiss tracks. We're going to do lighting. But I think that's about the extent of it. I don't think I'm going to do air compressor and all that stuff, but I'm not sure.
All right, Epiphany Detailing asked if the racing, is that how you say it, racing?
Yep, racing.
If those keychains were pre-order, no. They are available. We're shipping them out right now. There's a black and a blue.
They're super cool. They're super light because they're aluminum, but they're anodized. And I thought they would be beating up my key, but it's not. They're freaking sweet.
Yeah, we had 300 of them. We're down to 90 of the blue ones, 95 the black ones. We are going to order more, but yeah, they're going out actually today as we speak as well.
Sweet.
Let's see. Brad Hone in the chat lives up in the Spokane area.
Sweet.
And he says he's willing to organize a meet and greet or a meetup while you're up there. So.
Yeah, let's do it. Shoot me an email, matt@obsessedgarage.com, and we'll put together a meetup. I'm sure everybody would want to meet Mike more than me, since Mike and I are going to go. I think that's a long flight, isn't it? Are there direct flights from? Probably not. Probably have to fly to Atlanta and then over.
Yeah, so Brad, I got your contact information here, so we'll get you in touch. That's a good idea.
Let me just tell Jonathan, and I'll tell you the story here.
Right.
Oh boy, Chris. Oh boy.
Oh no.
This is a it doesn't have carbon ceramics.
Good. Can't get it.
So
yeah, Brad, Hone. Hope I'm saying that correctly. Hone will be in touch with you. Matt would love it if you just set everything up and he showed up. That's the right way to get him on board. Let's see. Oh, this is not good.
Ooh, no, this is good. You're gonna like this, Chris. Okay, so here's the story. You guys tell me what you think. Not you, because you don't know anything. So I have a 991.2 GT3 RS with 3,800 miles on it.
Uh-huh.
Those cars are worth $270 to $300 now. They made thousands of them, so there's a very high probability that they're really worth 200. And maybe 10 or 12 or 15 years from now, they'll be worth, 220 or 230, something. It's a $230,000 car, right? And so it's worth 40, 50, 60, $80,000 more in the current hysteria of, hyperinflation and no supply demand, all that kind of stuff. Then my GT4, I paid 126 or 7 for it. That one's worth 150, 160, something like that. That has 2,800 miles on it, right? Mm-hmm. And so my problem is that, like, I'm not a wheeler dealer. I'm not a art of the deal guy. I'm not this. I'm terrible at this. I'm good at finding products and then teaching the world about them and making lots of money that way. I've never been good at, picking a stock and making money on it. I just don't have an interest in that. I don't have an interest in money. I think that's the root of it. Money buys me cool things, but I don't have I don't get my rocks off by how big my statement is. I don't have any interest in it all. The way I had not forced interest, but I'd built systems to manage other people's money because I got to organize their lives. So the systems were there to generate decent returns, but I wasn't like a stock picker. I wasn't interested in finding the great deal. Or finding the great, underpriced asset that I could then reinvest. Same thing with real estate. So what I've lived my life on is I buy what I want when I want it, if I can, and that timing has nothing to do with it. And to this point in my life, I've always been at the wrong side of timing. Right? So timing has never been good on either appreciating or depreciating assets. Houses, cars, those are the two things that I'm passionate about those, but I'm not passionate about the deal around those, right? You could argue, you're certainly more interested in the deal. Okay, I see high, I'm going to buy low and sell high. I just don't have that gene. And so I'm struggling with this. The right thing to do would be to sell those cars and then buy them back when they I would say 75% probability that, a couple of years from now, maybe a year from now, maybe 3 days from now, maybe 6 years from now, but those cars are going to cost less than what I would sell it for right now. They may go up a little bit more. They may not. But I think one could argue that a 991 GT3, a .2 GT3, we don't know how many they made, but let's say they made 4,000 of them. There's lots of them. And there will be lots of really nice ones that I could get another one if I wanted to. And I'll probably get another one for $200,000 instead of 200-300 that they're selling for now. Not a lot are selling for that, but they're selling easily. Visoc packages are selling, easily, 275, 285, 295 right now. And so I called my friend Jonathan at Merit Partners. If you're ever looking to buy like a rare, especially Porsche, Ferrari, they specialize in those. They do some McLaren, but mostly Porsche. My friend Jonathan Hull and Bert. What's Bert's last name? I always forget. But Jonathan and Bert own Merit, MERIT Partners in Atlanta, and Bert Strange. Yeah, that's right. They buy and sell cars, and they generally buy them. They'll sell it on consignment for you for a small fee. They're very fair, but they're freaking awesome. And so they have this big facility up there, and they have lots of customers that have, they specialize in like rare GTs and stuff like that, but and also GT3s. So I called him and said, hey, here's what I'm thinking about doing. I talked to Jonathan. I said, what do you think? He's like, yeah, you gotta consider this. Where it sure feels like now would be the time to sell these cars. So, but then also keep in mind, I've got a touring coming, and in a perfect world, I'll just keep them all, and I probably will. But I've been considering this, do the right thing, and sell the cars. So what I've been thinking about doing, he just got, which he's sending me pictures of, a 997 GT3 97.2 GT3 RS. I forget that color. What's that color? It's the gray color, which is what I want.
997.2.
Correct. So what I would do is we'd probably be pretty close to straight up. I'd trade my RS for his RS, and then I'd consign my GT4 and let him sell it. So we'd trailer the 2 cars up, drop off 2, bring 1 home. And then someday, I think if I were to buy another 991, I'd buy a 991.1 RS. I think I like the look of that one better, even though the engine is far superior and the PDK is better. So that's what I'm working on. What do you guys think? So we'd sell the GT4.
And the GT3 RS.
We'd sell the RS. I'd probably pocket 30-40 grand in the deal and get the 997 RS, which I don't think the 997 RS is going to go back down. And the 997 RS to me is like the E92 M3. You know, it's like that. That's the car. And now I want the tech. I want the PDK. I want the RS. I want the 991 or 992 RS. I think that I'd probably do keep the 992 Touring, 997 RS, just skip the GT4, as much as I love the GT4, is because the Touring will pretty much replace that. And then get a 991.1 RS, get something cool, some paint to sample or something like that when those are selling for 150, 160 again. Maybe they never will, but they more likely will than not. When especially when the 992 RS comes out, and we enter into regular. And then someday, if I get really rich, I'd buy an RS 4.0. But those are probably going to be selling for $1 million someday by the time I'm ready for it. So in RS 4.0, it's 500 to 600. We're talking about 250, 260 for 270 for an RS, a regular 3.8 RS.
Let's see. It'll be easier to get a 991.1 versus a 997 RS in the future. It says Boost Lee.
Oh yes, much easier. Because the 997 RS, they made like 1,000, something like that. Not worldwide, but in the U.S., there's probably 1,000 cars. There's probably 700-800 of them. They actually made more RSs than they made of, I believe, of 997.2 GT3s. But it's that gray is the color that I want. That's the one. That's the color I want to get. So this one that Merritt has, he just had come in as I shouldn't tell you because they're going to come buy it out from underneath me. But it has 8,000 miles. I could retrofit carbon ceramics and just put the other ones on the on the shelf. Yeah, I think
I like this idea, even though you didn't want me to talk.
Well, it takes me down a car, and yeah, I'm thinking about it. Well, he's going to FaceTime me the car, and I want a special one if I'm going to do it because this would be a keeper at least for the foreseeable future. I just think that 997.2 RSs are going to be worth $400,000-$600,000 in 10-15 years.
So if you'll throw in a Camry,
I don't think a 991.1 or .2 GT3 RS is going to be worth any more than it's worth. Certainly not more than it's worth today. I think it's going to be worth less than it's worth today. If we're doing, again, this is not my passion. In a perfect world, I should keep them all. So, and I just told everybody I'm going to keep the RS for forever, right? the 991.2. So, what are people saying about this? I think it's a possible, and it'll be a fun video. It'll be a new type of car for the channel, even though it's the same stinky old stupid Porsche, but it's a different car. I think, especially with the Touring coming. And then I would just keep my eye out for a really special 991.1, RS. We'll see what the 992 RS looks like. I like the look of the 991.
Let's see, lots of approval here. I'm gonna get one with carbon ceramics at the factory.
I wonder if you could probably retrofit the 991 generation carbon ceramics on. It would cost a lot, but if it's that expensive of a car. I don't know. So that's what I'm considering. And I know every 95% of people on here would sell the car. They'd sell the car, pocket the money. I don't need the money. I'd rather have the car than the money, But I think that this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I don't think this happens again. My long-term goal would be to get on that front wave of like I've talked about this before with Ferrari. You know, you buy every Ferrari, you get every new Ferrari, and you have a great relationship with the dealership where you're just the guy, and you sell them back to them, and you make $200,000-$400,000 on every single car that you buy. And then you're after say 10 years of doing that, you're ending up in your lifetime in the positive on your cars. Now you have to buy the right ones. You have to be buying enough of them where you're getting like the TDF cars and the Speciales and the and the Pistas and stuff like that.
There's lots of people saying it's a smart financial move. You love the analog 997 as a casual driver.
Mm-hmm.
More track days, content needed.
Yeah. That question about save for later was crashing our site, so that's why we took it down. The wish list.
Yeah, the wish list. That and nobody actually used it was also a bad thing. Is the color crayon? Is that what it's called, Jimmy?
I forget what. No. It's the
interesting gray.
Yeah, I forget what it's called.
That is a nice color.
It looks pretty. Doesn't have the red wheels. Oh, and he took all the red badging off. This guy's my kind of guy. I think this is the car. Mike and I are going to be going to Atlanta.
All right, let's see here. While you're doing that, I can go back to some of these older questions here. Let's see. Any plans on selling a microfiber Madness Incredipole, says D-Man? We tried that.
It's cheap. It's just the pole. The pad is great, but the pole is junk.
We actually carried that for a brief time, but we do not.
Yeah,
anymore.
I broke it on my trailer. I'm like, I can't sell this thing. This is no good.
Bill K, what's the best way to learn how to dial in a new car?
Oh, no, not again.
We got a whole series on that, Bill K. Ooh.
They did the freaking PPF line. Ugh.
That stands out.
Dang it.
So yeah, Bill K, we have several videos on that. The latest one probably being when he got the GT4s brand new and he went up and washed it and did a whole series there.
Well, I'm looking at this paint and I'm thinking it's not going to be good.
James Strother says, hey Matt, was watching some older videos when you did Just Car and Call Night. Do you still recommend that? I'm getting a new truck tomorrow and we'll be doing some sort of coating on it.
No, do CSL XO for sure. Anybody, you could do it for sure. Just watch a couple of my videos.
All right, our buddy David in Alabama, AV question. How do you like to wire a remote subwoofer?
You would just do like a wireless receiver transmitter. And so what I would do is I'd come out of the back of your whatever your device is, your amplifier or whatever, out of the subwoofer out, which would be low level or RCA level. And we sell the OSD audio one, which is a 5.6 gigahertz wireless transmitter receiver package. And then you put the receiver on the back of the subwoofer, put another Y adapter on it, and then you can put it wherever you want within 100 feet or something, like 150 feet. Is how you do it. That's how I do it all the time. And then you put the subwoofer wherever you have an outlet, or put an outlet in there, a powered outlet.
Wordy73, what roll-up garage doors were you trying to put on the house? I'm looking to upgrade.
Yeah, they were called T-Max roll-ups.
Zane R, this is a timely question here. Detailing protection question. I bought a car with partial PPF on hood/fenders halfway. The car needs paint correction and coating, but there's an ugly line where the PPF ends. What would you advise?
Yeah, I mean, I just ran into that with the E92, and these freaking idiots, like back in the day, they would put, because I think largely because the film, the rolls weren't long and weren't big enough to do it back in say 2013 and new and older, and so they'd do the front clip, and then that protects you from some rock chips, but then you end up with a freaking line that's like burned into the paint, and I think you could probably sand it out, but. Yeah, it's not good.
Ian is in the UK. Just joined. Can I be part of the giveaway living in the UK? No, Ian, unfortunately. It's United States and Canada except Quebec only. JC Lapointe, another timely question here. Are you guys in touch with Matt Reisinger at the Build Show? Seems like you guys would get along.
Yep, I just talked to him the other day. So trying to convince him to come out here and us do a podcast together, and then I'll try to convince him to get involved in my project.
Where does he live?
Texas.
Okay. All right, Roper Crew says, about a new spawn from me about 18 months ago, now looking to add an auto stacker.
Okay.
Does the hex discount apply to bin pack?
I don't know. I don't know that we have enough margin for that. Shoot us an email. Just shoot Jeff an email. He knows it pretty well. So Jeff or Kyle at obsessedgarage.com, and we can look at what the margin is. But I think they have like 12% margin or something like that. So after we do a credit card transaction, we would lose money. But I'm not sure about the auto stackers. Maybe those have some more margin in them to where we could discount it. But yeah, hit us up and we'll do some digging to see if we can do a hex discount on those.
All right, and then he adds, he is one of the 2 people in the United States that uses wood to heat. Not because he has to, but because wood heat is amazing, he says.
You're freaking stupid. What was his name?
Roper Crew. We don't know his name.
All right, Roper, you're making everything stink.
Pablo Crespo super chatted $1, and he says, got 22 entries for Matt's car last night, and I'm already making plans with it. It's coming to Texas.
Yep, I'm down with that.
Peter says, hey Chris, can you ask Matt why he didn't decon and clayed the new M3 before paint correction, especially since he said there was still adhesive on the paint? Thanks.
It had just been corrected and coated. So they just did one step, I'm sure, a single step, and then coated it. So it didn't need decon. There wasn't anything on it. I mean, it hadn't even been outside. So they coated it with Art to Shine. And of course, underneath the PPF, I guess I could have, because I didn't know what it was before, but it was smooth to the touch, so I didn't need to decon it. You don't decon unless you have to. You want to try to avoid it as much as possible. So the inside on this is really nice, but from these photos, the paint doesn't look good. It's fine if it doesn't look good. I can fix that. But see that?
Yeah, that's like a...
I mean, that's the PPF, but that doesn't look good. Maybe it's just dirty.
Roper Crew is up there in the Pacific Northwest somewhere. He wants to meet up, so you could tell him he can burn some wood for you while you're up there. Let's see.
I like it when people are, they're secure enough in their own manhood that half joking, half being, honest.
Bring wood with you when you come.
Yeah, that like you don't like rely on like your purchase decisions or your decisions in life of being secure around it. It's like screw. It's like you freaking idiot. It is just identifying. Like he knows why I don't like wood. I'm sure, and he does, and it doesn't make us have to hate each other for life. It's so funny. It's weak people that have that problem. When you're weak, you have a hard time with like if somebody tells me, man, I freaking G-Technic bike stuff, that's stupid. Why are you doing that? I mean, I'm going to rebuttal it, but I'm not like mad at you for it.
All right, let's see. Casey Jones says, I bought a new Spom Jumbo HF9 off of you recently.
Mm-hmm.
What's the inside spacing between the platforms that you're doing? Manufacturer says 31.5 inches.
Yeah, the 9 is a little different, but I think we did our pit was 26.5. So we, you want to get it. This is tricky because people are, we need to get a Jumbo 9 installed somewhere so we can get the exact dimensions, or we can we know that it fits in John's, but it was too big. So next time I'm up at John's, we'll template it out. But I want to say the Jumbo 9 is a little bit narrower, and so like 26.5 is like the way to go. Their like giant dimension, you'll have like freaking 2 inches on each side. I don't like it, and they do that because of the inconsistencies of pores. Of the concrete pour.
Herbert Rodriguez says, just want to say that the OG team did a fantastic job helping me design my garage. I'm excited about the Cree lighting, waiting for an estimate from the OG team.
Yeah. So I should have pricing here any day from Chris at Cree, so we can have you accurate pricing on it. And then I'm placing my stocking order. That's why I'm hoping we have a really good February, and then I can place, because I probably need to buy a couple $100,000 worth of Cree lights for stock and getting those orders moving.
Rich Arcs. Have you drawn the winner for the Krenslow wall mount system? Yes, we have. Chalk, is that the name? Nardo Gray?
No. It's a 997 gray. It's they only came in a couple of colors.
Dad Life, MTV, do you know when the G-Technic bike will hit the store? It is in there now. You can pre-order. We expect them mid-March.
Yep. So no one has it yet. We'll be the first ones in the U.S. to have it, I think. And we're thinking about 4 weeks from now.
Gray Black? That doesn't sound right.
997.2 gray color. I must have already searched that before. .2.
Hans wants to know if he can get a K1322 TS with an EU plug on it.
No, it won't work.
All right, let's see. We have a super chat from Duncan, $20 US. Where does Bowers and Wilkins fall in Matt's realm of speakers?
I don't like them. I don't dislike them, but I've never been a huge fan. You know, they're like the gold standard of like a decent looking or decent sounding. When you get a Nautilus is super legit if you have the right amplifiers, but I just don't like their sound signature. They're a little brighter than I like. It's like Focal. I really don't like Focal at all. Even the high-end Focal stuff. It's just too thin to me. I think again, I don't think you can go wrong. I think the color's called Meteor Gray, by the way. But no, that's not right.
This one? This is...
Yeah, I don't know what that color's called.
Gray Black 7A1?
Yeah, it's 7A1.
Oh, yeah, that's
the code, yep.
Who
Gray Black?
Yeah. Boost Lee and Steve Rosales said Gray Black.
Yep.
Good
I
call,
don't know.
guys.
I'm going to have to get him to FaceTime me because it's not looking good looking at that paint.
Alfredo says, hey, Matt, what is your audio-visual remote setup? I currently have the Logitech Harmony setup, and I'm not too happy with it.
Same thing I have. The best remotes are universal, but you got to have somebody program it for you, which I hate. Yeah, universal remote control would be the best, but that's the company, believe it or not. It's universal remote. But yeah, I have a Logitech Harmony Ultimate, and you're right, it's not great. But you can program it yourself.
All right, let's see. Jack says, sell the Porsches. It'll give you a new project. You can enjoy the hunt for a new Porsche while you drive a paint-to-sample touring. No-brainer.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Primo55 says, need rant. Longest time without one today. That's true.
I got in trouble last week ranting about, this nonsense.
Let's see. Matt, this is from Chris in the chat. So glad you bought a Ford Transit and not the Benz Sprinter or the Chevy Express vans. Having driven all three of those, the Ford is a far better, in my opinion.
Yeah, I didn't even take two thoughts of it. I just bought the Ford.
Blendmount, my friend Blendmount says, hey, Matt, Uniden is coming out with a new radar, Uniden R8.
Yeah, I was watching Vortex Radar's video on it yesterday, just kind of thumbing through. I'll get some of those, I think.
Martin says, hey, Matt, have you tried anti-static spray on your Swiss tracks, or do you have another solution to avoid getting shocked?
No, I just tough it out. After a while, you don't think about it. You get used to it. Yeah, I haven't. The advantage of that static is that I'm sure it tracks the dirt, and dust, so it keeps dust under control, I would think. But yeah, the Swiss track, especially when it's not humid and dry out, it shocks you when you touch metal.
Florian says, hey guys, are the racing keychains only available for the giveaway? Trying to buy them, but it won't let me ship to Germany. I don't know. We'll see. Somebody jump on that here for us. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Has the gift card been used by the cookie lady yet? Steve wants to. I'll check on that in just a second, see if it's a good question. Toda tells us the paint color, gray black. Yeah. Grawl Schwartz, color code 71. Yoshi, Super Chat 999. When is the straight pipe and crackle pop flame tune going on the new OG Ford Transit?
Yeah, we were talking about, I'm guessing you could probably flash that sucker and get 100 foot-pounds of torque out of it. I don't know. I think we're going to leave it alone.
Matt Duffy says we need some Ford Transit flybys. It's got the 3.5 EcoBoost in it.
Don't say EcoBoost. That's for dorks. It's a twin-turbo V6. I hate that. I don't know why. It just sounds stupid. Oh, it's a Ford EcoBoost. No, it's a twin-turbo V6. Stop being a dork and calling it EcoBoost. It's stupid. You say that on a Raptor, it's like immediately. It's like saying yin and yang in the same. It's like they offset each other. You say Raptor and EcoBoost, it just sounds freaking stupid. So now I have a twin-turbo V6.
There you go.
And a 3.5 liter twin-turbo V6.
Let's see. Donald wants to know, have you ever tried Zwift? Z-W-I-F-T. I'd love to see you geek out with an indoor setup. What is Zwift?
I don't know what that is. Never heard that in my life. What am I missing?
Whoa. That's like a bike simulator?
Oh,
sort of thing?
yeah, I did have one of those. No, I'm terrible at that. Never do it. I never used it.
Like a Peloton?
We don't need that because it's freaking Florida, So it would be really popular for if you're doing it. I had 2 or 3 different versions. What are some of the other brands that I had? When I'm like, I'm going to be legit. I'm going to get down to 170 pounds and be a legit cyclist. Well, that's a freaking joke. I just bought the thing and set it up and rode on it one time. Like, this is terrible. I'm sitting in the house sweating everywhere. Yeah. So no. But those, I would think that I would use it if I was up, somewhere cold for sure.
Let's see. In the chat, Big West says, I'm going to be in Florida for a cheering competition for my daughter. Can I pass by the shop?
Come on over.
Definitely.
Anytime.
We had somebody a couple weeks ago who was in Florida for a cheer competition, actually. Definitely. Google Zwift. Yeah. We did that. Have they made the call yet? Yep, we got it. Are you ever going to do the Sun Pow pressure washers from Amazon?
No.
Is that a thing?
Whatever that is, no.
We still have the Sun Joes to get through. Sun Pow sounds
stupid.
like something at Panda Express.
Yeah.
All right, Dylan Chitwood on Instagram. Not a question, but want to give a big thank you to Jeff at Obsessed Garage for giving Derek and I a tour of OG last week. It was awesome to finally see the buildings in person and meet all the staff. Keep up the amazing work, OG team. Thanks, Dylan. It's cool having you guys here. Let's see. Chrono Addict says, hey, Matt and Chris, it's Red Shirt Day at work, so I'm wearing my OG shirt.
Nice.
Question. Will there be any more Do Average Elsewhere shirts in the future? It's my favorite slogan to wear, and the OG shirts make this skinny lad look a bit muscular. Thanks for all you do.
Maybe. Yeah, we'll have to come up with something for that someday.
People like that.
Remember that guy? A guy he's emailing me saying I need a cease and desist. I tell him to get bent.
He's like photographer or something.
Yeah. I'm like, that's not how a freaking trademark works, dork. He's like, well, you'll be hearing from my attorney. I'm still waiting. That was 1.5 years ago, 2 years ago.
All right, let's see. RHK wants to know if I'm not thrilled with the longevity of Seaquartz Pro coating after 2 Northeast winters. Should I consider traditional waxes?
No, I think you should just get accustomed to, if I lived up north, 12 months, I'm stripping it, starting over, for sure. So I would just get accustomed to once a year, I would do it like in the springtime, do it winter cleanup, get the wheels off, get the thing up in the air, clean it out real nicely, and then I would do a decon, a light polishing to remove the coating, and fresh start. That's why I like CSL Exo so much. It's easy to get off, and it lasts about probably lasts a good 18 months or so. But I like to about 1 year in or so, depending on the car. If you have a bunch of cars and you're not driving them all the time, you can get a couple of years out of it. But generally, 1 year later, it's easy to get off, and you need to get all that crusty crap off the car anyway, and you'd redo it.
Let's see. Mike wants to know if Matt has dropped any more garage doors on his cars.
God dang it.
There's a scary moment there. Let's see. Oh, here we go. So Lamar Raxon, not Lamar Jackson, wants to know, hey, Matt, since you'll be moving into another house and starting from scratch again, what do you think about using this as an opportunity to pursue an OG pressure washer cart solution instead of the usual wall mount setup? I know there's big interest in these, and the face grip would fill the void for those of us where a wall mount solution just isn't very practical.
Yeah.
I think that's on the long short list.
Yeah, it's funny. I get a freaking email about this goofball, freaking attorney in Ocala, Justin Dumbo. We had an attorney all set up, and the seller of the lot didn't want to do it. They wanted their own attorney, so they got some idiot, like the dumbest person I've ever met in my life. I was yelling at this guy, like, if you screw this up, you're paying for all of this. And so we bought the thing, a month and a half ago. I still don't even know if I have it. Like, I've still got no executed contracts or paperwork or anything. So I've been telling Michelle, and then Michelle, she doesn't get too excited about this kind of stuff. And so she's just, she'll kind of work on it, and I should do it myself. But it looks like they're finally getting some emails going here of, hey Dumbo, do we own this thing? Can we have some paperwork? Idiots.
All right, a couple audio questions for you. One from Jack Boudreau. How would you wire dual subwoofers from a receiver with only one subwoofer output? Y adapter or daisy chain?
Yeah, just a Y adapter. Y adapter for sure. Yeah, so you Y adapt and then Y adapt that if you needed to. But yeah, even subwoofer, like most of them that have multiple subwoofer outs, it's not discrete. It's just a Y adapter inside. And it's a low level signal, so you don't have to worry about too much drop, and the amplifier will make up for that. As long as you get the signal there reasonably, you could probably do a couple of Y adapters and be fine.
Soothe and Relax wants to know thoughts on ammo boost. Is it good for us up here in the Northeast?
Yeah, probably. So boost is a helps with rust. And you kind of spritz it in your bucket. I'd only used it a couple of times. I remembered it kind of killing suds a little bit, but maybe has a different version of it. But something like that is not a bad idea, or some sort of salt solution, or salt whatever neutralizing solution. So it certainly can't hurt.
All right, another audio question from Jesper on Facebook. I'm looking to upgrade my living room sound system.
Okay.
Preferably in stages.
Yep.
I've got an old Marantz SR 4600 receiver and a pair of Klipsch RP 160M bookshelf speakers.
Mm-hmm.
What steps would you recommend on doing to upgrade, or just go all in on something new?
Well, I would start with your receiver, your amplifier first. So you'd want to start with that and getting that appropriate, because that'll make your Klipsch sound better. Klipsch aren't bad speakers. So I would do the receiver first, and then from there, then you would go to go to speakers. So on the surround sound receiver front, I like the NAD stuff a lot, but those are crazy expensive, and they're like $3,200 for that thing. So I would rather have, if I had a budget in mind, I'd buy like a Yamaha. Buy the most stout Yamaha receiver you can get your hands on. The problem is that the Japanese stuff is really hard to get right now, so you'd have to order it and wait months. And then you would start your speakers. Start to upgrade your speakers and do that.
Chase on Facebook says, with the introduction of the stacker, will you be getting a dedicated tow vehicle or using Mike's work truck to tow it?
No, Mike for now. Mike will be towing it.
Everybody wants us to get a new fancy truck. We don't need a new fancy truck. Let's see. Pedro wants to know, actually, he asked earlier, if they buy the illustration for the giveaway, would Matt sign it for them?
Sure.
Yeah, just make a little note there, email support, or email us and let us know. We'll do that. Let's see. Yoshi has a super chat, another super chat, $19.99 US. When is Jeff's Tesla detail series coming? Jeff has a Tesla.
Yeah, I know he's thinking about getting one.
Ken Jeeper, he says, Matt will have plenty to rant about after his flight to Idaho. It's a different country outside of Florida. We'll see. That could be fun. Justin wants to know, when will OG start carrying the AR-675 that you discussed with Luxury Microfiber?
We won't be. Yeah, that pressure washer you'd only buy if you had to. Like if you absolutely had to have something that was cheaper than a Krenslick K1622 and you needed a 15 amp circuit only. I would say just hire an electrician and get a freaking 20 amp circuit and get a 1322. And I would have sold it because it's a pretty nice little pressure washer. But then they didn't want to, I don't want to do all the work, and then they just go sell it to all these other douchebags that don't know anything about pressure washers. So I'm out. But we're working on something some cool, perfect world 3 gallon per minute stainless head type pressure washer option maybe.
Boostly says, hey, Matt, have you tried the Little Debbie ice cream yet? They do have a zebra cake flavor.
I don't know if you guys could tell, but I'm on the wagon. I'm down to 233.
Started at
from
what?
247.6. I probably put on some muscle as well. So I've been doing the carnivore diet, just hardcore, except for what was it? Tuesday, the first day in 30 days that I had anything outside of meat.
Pop-Tarts.
A little bit of cheese. And I ate 9 Pop-Tarts. I ate about 13 of those Publix sugar cookies.
Ooh, yeah.
So I cleansed the palate with the sugar cookies. Then I ate 9 Pop-Tarts. I toasted 1 pack, and I'm like, this is taking too much time for it to cool down, and I ate the rest raw. Then I made I had three pieces of the leftover pizza that whatever frozen pizza that the kids didn't eat, and I ate that, all while drinking about a half a gallon of lemonade, just washing this all down. And then I had like 4 slices of like cinnamon twirl bread with like a pound of butter on it. And I paid royally for it. Like that normally would have been just an afternoon snack for me, but after eating properly and eating, my stomach. Oh my gosh! I went to the gym that next morning, 5 a.m. I thought I was gonna die. But yeah, I'm on the wagon, man. I'm heading to low 200s. This is working for me.
All right, super chat from Mike Lung, $10 US. Hey, Matt and Chris, I got all my Black Friday stuff, including the one that Matt packed himself. Remember that from the video?
Oh, yeah.
This is our guy. Just patiently waiting for the stubby. Yep, it's on its way eventually. Is there a housewife's toolkit? My wife keeps stealing mine.
That's on our agenda here. We're working on our tool setup. I definitely want that for sure.
All right, Pedro says, hey, Chris, what is that wheel in the plastic bag next to you? This thing? So these are the air fresheners. So we get requests from people for low entry cost entry for the giveaway. So we have a couple air fresheners. One is in the.
What do they smell like?
One is the Japanese squash, I think, from last time. One's Sweetwater, maybe.
Okay.
It smells like plastic now. I won't take those out. We got to sell those. But one is the M3. So that's pretty cool. And then one is the wheel of the M3, complete with the yellow Brembo.
Why they do the rear wheel?
I don't know.
A little fatter.
So there you go. And then also, what is this? These are the pens. Lewis designed these cool little pens. So this is all giveaway stuff. Tchotchkes the map.
All the things that I say are stupid. No one wants that, and then we sell out, and then some.
So keep buying them. Those are low point of entry there. Captain Jack says, afternoon, Matt and Chris. I ordered my bucket package that I've been mulling over for the past year for the M3 giveaway. Are there any Richardson hats coming in stock soon?
I need them. I hope so.
Don't know, Captain. We're kind of waiting on those, just like you.
Yeah, we need those. Those are so good. I need to replace some of mine because I've beat mine up, destroyed them.
Let's see. Matt says, where do you get your Volks?
A myriad of places. I was buying them from ICB Matt, ICB Motorsport for the Civic, and then Skyline something or other on Instagram. He has Volks. These Volks I bought, they were a secondhand, but new, but never installed from the forum from M3 Post. The problem is they freaking take so long to get. If you ordered them new.
And our Jeff says he ordered his Tesla last night, April delivery. So there you go, Yoshi. Sean, getting back to a audio question. Any suggestions for dampening floor subwoofer vibration for someone living in a condo/apartment? Does OG sell anything for this?
Yeah, there's not much you can do. You could decouple it. Look at Isoacoustics. They have some subwoofer decouplers, but I don't think that's going to help you very much.
Let's see. Fruit Punch and Sweetwater are the 2 scents for the air freshener there. Mike from Texas wants to know, any chance you can add the hose kits to the giveaway list? I need the 50-foot OG hose.
No. Yeah, no pressure washer stuff.
Detailing stuff.
Yeah, detailing and apparel are the 2 things we chose for this time. Maybe next time it'll be tools, and I don't know. We'll see.
David, our buddy in Alabama, are the Camry prints still available? I checked the inventory. There are only 4 left, so if you want one of those, you better get in on that. They are still available, though, David. Let's see. I may be dumb. This is from Soothe and Relax. Does each product bought count for 1 entry for the giveaway? No, that is not how it works. When you actually buy it and go through the cart, it tells you exactly how many entries you get, and it's based on how many dollars you spend.
Right. So there's a detailing section, there's a apparel section, and then there's a special product section that you would click. So if you go to the home page, you just go to obsessedgarage.com, click the banner right on the front. It says click to enter, and then it scroll down, and then it shows you every $5 spent on the stuff. And so there's some bundles, there's some special order items or special items. So special items first, then some bundles. Scroll down, and then there's some merch products. So you can click. So underneath merch, you can click to enter full. So go up there. See where it says click here to view full collection. So you clicked, and then this shows, and it's called giveaway merch. And so every product says giveaway in the front of it. So giveaway entry, Obsessed Garage vinyl banners, giveaway entry, Mattyism shirt, giveaway entry, minimalistic hex shirt. So you have to go through the giveaway collections in order to get it. So it's the entire apparel collection, and it's the entire detailing collection. And it's also, you reserve your spot counts on those things. What I was trying to do is, like, if someone bought like $50,000 worth of MSS Plus cabinets, there's a high probability they're going to win. And so I wanted to make it realistic that if you did buy an air freshener, that you'd have a chance.
And then there's also, which we found out recently that we could do, you don't even have to buy anything if you don't want any of the tchotchkes.
Yeah, you can do a raffle ticket, giveaway entry, as many as you want. So $5 gets you an entry. $25 gets you 5 entries. $200 gets you 40 entries. And then we're going to add up all the entries, and then those will be the odds that you have at the end.
Yeah, we'll do it just like we did this time. Run the little generator, find the winner.
Yeah, because some of you are douchebags, I'm not telling you the numbers. So I used to, but some of you jerk offs are, freaking idiots. So I'm not telling you. How about that? You guys ruined it for everybody.
TJB says, when will the out-of-stock T-shirts be available? Well, the minimalistic shirts just came in today. TJB, so those are going back in stock. The rest of them are as we get them. Unfortunately, no firm dates on that stuff. Neiman wants to know, hey, Matt, do you have a dedicated media team, and how many employees / different positions does it take to operate a Shopify store like Obsessed Garage?
Yes, and it's kind of hard to quantify exactly. I mean, we have maybe 18 people, something like 20 people, roughly 20 people on all aspects of the financial side, the web side, the design side, and then of course all of the YouTube stuff. You don't have to have that many people, but at the scale and size and speed at which we're growing and progressing, having more people creates more leverage. Assuming assuming you can make those people efficient. So I think that we'll probably have triple that, in a couple of years. We're growing pretty quickly.
Someone asked earlier, I forgot to ask about this. You may or may not know the answer. The location of our setup at BMW Invasion. Do you know where it's going to be?
No, okay. Outside, just right front and center. You'll find us for sure. We're gonna have a giant, 22-foot trailer that's 13 feet tall. So we'll be there.
Let's see. Redman05 says he was very inspired by your talk on your past employment during the Dreiss visit video.
Yeah, that's a lot of the story that I wasn't able to tell for quite some time. And I'm able to tell it a little clearer head now, and I'm not so angry about it, I thought some people would catch that. So it's in the Dreiss Days video that we just put up. That's up on the channel right now.
Matthew Buffalino in the chat says, hey, Matt, my uncle's car gets hit by sprinkler water, leaving spots in the summer sun. Mm-hmm. Would a polish and ceramic be enough to keep it looking semi-good, or would the ceramic also get water spots?
Yeah, it'll probably be worse. You just have to stop getting those. There's not much you can do about them. And the polish is probably not going to take them out. You're going to have to do some crazy combination to figure out. You generally have to recreate the conditions that caused the water spot etching in the first place. Meaning that if it was hot out and the sun came out, you would have to try to get the paint back to that temperature so it will essentially swell and release the chemicals. Not super easy.
Chandler Ross in the comments says, watching you chase lighting solutions these past few months, it baffles me that these companies can stay in business that make it so hard to get their product.
They have their customer base, right? They have their niche, they have their customer base, they have a sales team and a sales force. And, this isn't a marketplace. Us, like you guys, are not. They don't think we're smart enough. It's so funny. We're like the smartest people. We're the PhDs and the engineers and the doctors and the lawyers, and yet we're too stupid to be able to buy lights. And yet, like, an electrical supply house is smart enough to know how to buy and sell lights. contractors are the smartest people, and they're the smartest people in the world, so they have to be the only ones to buy lights. Doesn't make any sense at all. Like if you were a company, you could just make a little bit of effort just creating some educational content, real, honest, authentic educational content, which they have no idea what that even is. They wouldn't even know where to start. That's where I come in. Real, honest, authentic educational content. And so I've been begging them. So you would think, okay, so they don't know how to do that, but you would think they would be like, well, here's a guy that could do that. But they're so simple. This isn't lighting. This is everywhere in every freaking industry. And it becomes, especially if it's a big company, it becomes a bureaucracy where they just don't. And they've also been approached 100 times by people just like them pretending to do it online, where they aren't making authentic educational content. And it doesn't have to be YouTube, but it could just be video tutorial videos on a website. It could be blog posts or write-ups or forum participation, or just getting the information out there. But I'm sure they've tried it and failed, but they've tried. They didn't do. They tried it. Know what happens when you try things. You never actually do it. Hey, I'm going to try and come to that thing tonight. That means they're not freaking coming. You can bet your life on it. And so all these companies in industry, they're like, well, our niche is commercial. We don't want to deal with consumers, so we're just not going to do it. And they don't market it, and they don't go there. And then the frustrating part is then they've got the golden goose. They don't even have to do anything. All they have to do is say, here, just send these orders here. That's all I need. Send your orders here, and here's a margin. Give me the same margin that your other dealers have. But they're so worried about their current, mix or their current distributors that they just can't. Like, what would you do? Like, what do I do as soon as someone emails or calls me about something? Even if it seems freaking stupid, just Google it. Where are they at? Google it. Find some information. Oh, that's this. Like that Swedish company sent me. It's the funniest thing ever. The Swedish detail company. They're probably super nice, and I'm freaking laid into them. But they emailed me and said we're looking for distributors in the U.S. And so their model is they're going to have 50 distributors, one for each state. Said what? What? Because someone told them, some freaking poro detailer with 2 pennies and that's it, told them that the thing to do is they would really like to be able to buy it locally at their local shop. What local? Where's the local shop? Where's the local supply house? There's like 10 of them in the country. Why would you want to do that? Especially if you got a new company. Why would you want to go back to 30 years? When you could just do it online, and that's where people are buying it. And why do you want to sell to detailers? You want to sell to freaking rich people and detailers and everybody in between. You want to sell to enthusiasts because there's a lot more of them. It's just asinine to me, like this pro-only coding nonsense. So stupid. Because, PhDs from Stanford are too stupid to buy a light switch and put it in. The question would be whether the Stanford PhD wants to do the work to learn how to do it, or they just hire somebody because their time is better spent doing it out differently. But if you don't teach them about the sophisticated stuff, whether it's a detail spray or it's a light switch or it's a car lift, if you don't at least give them the opportunity, then they're never going to buy it. It's just freaking stupid.
Cameron in the chat says, hi, from New Brunswick, Canada. Love the content and the advice. Thanks so much. Let's get another Canadian buddy there. Thanks, Cameron. We appreciate it. Steve L., when are Marilex Axle Foamer 2000 coming back in stock? They aren't on the out-of-stock list. I'm not sure, Steve. So email support at Obsessed Garage. They can get you an answer. Danny M. wants to know, does the winner have to answer the phone? I think he's referring to the M3 giveaway. No. Yeah, not that one. That was for this last one. So hopefully they'll answer the phone. We can talk to them. But don't have to. Let's see. Not Key14 on Instagram says, "Hey Matt, I know that in the past you've generally been against taking your cars to the track because you said you did not find it interesting.
Yep.
Have you changed your mind since doing a track
Nope,
day? And do you
nope.
plan on doing more?"
Nope and nope. Yeah, it's not fun. It's not fun at all. Not even a little bit fun. So, yeah. No, I mean, I'm sure I'll go again. Every couple of years I'd go and say, well, maybe I'm wrong. And no, I'm right. It's no good. Yeah. I mean, it's fine. It just, it wasn't not fun. It just isn't my thing. I'm cool with that.
All right, let's see. You're getting close to the end here. Do you want to talk about what we talked about earlier?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So we're doing BMW Invasion on the 19th of February. So that'll be our first, going out event and taking our stuff on the road. And we'll have all our stuff there. You'll be able to buy raffle tickets. You'll be able to buy all these goofy air freshener tchotchke nonsense. You'll be able to buy the G-Technic bike kits. Hopefully we'll have it. Actually,
not by then. No.
Yeah, we won't have it by then. You'll be able to, but you'll be able to buy it. You won't be able to pick it, take it with you. You're going to be able to do all kinds of cool stuff. We're going to take as much as we have here. We're going to load up a U-Haul and go there. My 2 cars will be there. But then a few weeks later, we're going to have an open house again. So March 5th from 10 to 2 will be OG Open House 3.0. I think it's our third one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to show you the progress we've made, the updates of the yarn building, show you what it looks like. We got lights in there. We've made a lot of progress. We'll be making a lot more progress between now and then. And maybe what we do is we'll probably do another shuttle. We'll see where if my house is sold. If my house is sold, we won't be able to shuttle over there. So maybe we'll give you a tour of the other house if you want to do that. But there won't be much done to it, I don't think, by then. But we'll see if the Harbor Hills house isn't sold, then maybe we'll use it as an opportunity to try to sell it to somebody. So yeah, March 5th, Saturday from 10 to 2, and then you'll be able to buy stuff to get giveaway entries. This is my scheme to get more sales to help pay for the M3 and maybe make some money on this deal, and that's the plan.
Yeah, so Saturday, March 5th. Put it on the calendar, 10 a.m., 2 p.m. 10 a.m., by the way, not 7:30 a.m. 10 a.m. is when it starts.
Whatever. You can come whenever you want.
Let's see. Dan says, "Can I enter the BMW M3 giveaway from Canada?" He's in Toronto.
Yes.
Toronto. Yes, you can. You're not in Quebec, so you're good to go. All right, let's see. A couple more questions here. Jins wants to know, what pressure washer from Karcher would you buy if you were just starting up?
K1700.
Yep, and we have those in the store
stock.
and ready to go. Yep. All right, so that's all the questions we got for today.
Good. My ears are so hot in here. We must have turned the AC. My mom's turned the AC off, I bet.
Thank you all for joining us. Thanks for the questions. Congratulations to Curtis, winner, and they'll be going out to Idaho soon.
Yep. See you later. Who do I call first, Curtis or Jonathan?